1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit
Now,
One
can
Bank.
Logano get to the 2 car and give him a big enough push to get by Denny
Absolutely.
Hamlin? I think he's going to have a big run here.
There's a possibility. There's a possibility right here.
Here it comes. Can he do anything
Better cut
with
him
it?
off.
Oh,
We got a crash. We've got cars out of control here.
No.
Logano
The
to
gather
the
back
outside.
up. Oh, no. The 11 car's out of control off of 2. Spinning out.
Got hit
Caution.
again.
No contact.
And here they come to the line.
24 in front of him.
Oh, he tries to go to the inside, make it 3 wide.
Yeah.
Gets to the left rear bumper of the 24 of Chase Elliott, turns him down into, I think that's Michael McDowell, and that just starts a chain reaction. Boy, McMurray's just super aggressive. I don't think those Hendrick teammates are going to be real happy with him.
Oh, goodness.
Whoa, Kyle Busch is
no.
around. Big wreck.
Wow. There's
Dale Jr. got involved.
all juniors in it, and Matt Kentz is.
And Ty Dillon and Eric Jones are all piled up in turn 3.
What the heck happened?
The 18 just turned around. I don't know if he got himself in a unique position, or the car got loose right there going in the corner, or he had a tire going down, but it just turned around in front of everybody. Going down the back straightaway.
He's coming off 2, headed down the back.
It's great valve. They go to the inside of the 2. Little bit of contact. The 22 gets to the white line. Oh, he gets loose underneath them.
Yeah, he gets into him.
I mean, it certainly wasn't intentional. It's just aggressive driving, going for the position.
What's Kyle keep it out? Keep it off. You see him right here. He's coming off the corner, and it just snaps around with him.
Yeah, he's following his teammate Denny Hamlin off of turn 2 and really got in the gas.
See that right front blow right there, and then that's kind of let the splitter get down on the ground.
Riding with Joey Logano up ahead is Kenseth in 15th place.
Oh, wow. Yikes. Man, that hurts. If you've never been in a car that hits the wall like it, you just can't imagine what it feels like. It's like getting hit in the gut with a baseball bat.
Well, he just asked a little bit too much out of it, like Jimmy Johnson did yesterday in practice.
The car just steps out.
Nice big slide. Little wiggle by Hamlin.
Oh, Hamlin got. Oh man, Hamlin lost a bunch of time right there.
Around goes Kenseth.
Got a spin behind you.
Hard hit with the right front for Matt Kenseth. Or left front, rather.
You can see Daniel Suarez coming into the picture already sideways, DW.
Yeah, you see that right where you can see it hopping just a little wee bit, and you can see those black marks it's leaving right there. It's just you're on the brake and the thing is hopping, but you can't get off the brake because you're going to do that. Hamlin and Patrick going down into 3. Ooh, Denny
gets a little loose.
Yeah, he just shot up. He shot up the hill.
Oh, and then Earnhardt got into the back of Casey Kane.
And there's Allmendinger. He got into it.
Almirola.
See the 11 of Denny Hamlin makes contact. I think the 14 maybe even made a little bit of contact to the back of Denny Hamlin there.
Yeah, Hamlin was able to. I don't think he has any problems. Hamlin had just run a lap of 31 right at flat, a 00, and then he gets loose.
I mean, he did a nice job of holding on to it. He kind of felt that the back was about to step.
Gets down.
See, he goes in pretty wide.
A little high, yeah. Got in there a little high, and once you get in high, there's just no grip up in that upper groove. You see all the dust and dirt flying up, and he is driving his.
Oh, what a great job keeping it out of the wall.
Yeah.
That is fixable right there. I don't think that's a backup car.
And here's why we're under caution. Kyle Busch loses a right front, goes into the wall in turn number 2. During this caution flag, Ryan Blaney has gone behind the wall with the hood up.
Watch this. Here he is right here coming into view. Watch this. When this thing blows, watch it blow part of that hood off.
Oh man, that's a piece of the tire coming up there and popping that flap.
He's got 5 wins here, but in the last 5 races, he's had mechanical problems knock him out of 4 of them.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's seen that outside wall in the middle of the corner far too much lately here at Bristol.
He said, I think we're going to have a fast race car. His spotter, Eddie DeHunt, just told him it's time to be greedy.
Oh, there he goes.
There he goes.
There we go. Here we go.
Oh, upside
down.
The side.
Well, AJ, that was a humdinger.
And just that little bit of jump right there gave him just enough to where the 4 gets sort of to the left rear of the 21 and maybe stalled him out a tiny bit.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, the 11
Denny
got the
Hamlin.
41,
11
turned
tried
him,
to go
yeah.
3 wide in the middle.
11 got the 41, turned him into the 48. That's way, that's way
really
back in the middle of the corner.
And it's actually very similar to where Denny Hamlin got loose and then went up and hit the wall.
Tell you what, we've seen cars spin around a lot here lately, and they never hit the wall. That's amazing to me. Oh, something happened to the car. You see that? It almost like a left rear went down. You see all this on the left rear over here. You see that the jackman let the car down before the guy had a chance to tighten the left rear tire up. And
yeah, a lot of times those jackmen, they go off the left front. Watch, he has his eyes on the left front. Little bit of an issue getting the left rear on. No lug nuts on that left rear. Dropped the jack. Never even looked back.
Looked like a possible hand injury to the left rear tire carrier.
A lot of damage to the car riding around this racetrack without a left rear tire. Watch Ty Dillon. He gets loose, then a little bit of contact between he and his teammate Ryan Newman.
hard contact, 77 and a 13 there.
And then it's on.
Yep, and he gets into the one, is that McMurray down there?
Allmendinger, Bain.
Nate Ricochet.
Coming outside. 3 wide middle, 2 outside, 1 in, 2 outside, 1 in.
Did he go to third gear?
2 outside, 1 inside.
Couldn't hear.
I almost thought he went to third gear.
Caution's out.
Daniel Suarez getting a rude introduction to Sonoma. He just had a snap spin, grabbed a gear, and got going again.
I think he might have got a little help. Just a little bit.
Billy Johnson.
Yep. Denny Hamlin takes evasive action, so does Joey Logano.
Take a look at what happened.
And follow along Kyle Busch. Little wiggle right there. I think he had a problem. That thing just turned around on him right in front of the field. So look at all the big impacts, all the smoke. I didn't see any contact before he went around. I saw him wiggle, and then the car turned around sideways.
Well, in front of the field was the key. This is the fear when it comes to Daytona. The accident in the middle of the pack. You have to be committed. You have to be wide open. Look how fast that happened. Joey Logano, a hard impact into Kyle Busch. You see the 42 of Kyle Larson, the 78 of Martin Truex Jr.
And now, falling back just a bit in that inside line, the 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Look at the hands on AJ Allmendinger. Up in the air goes the 42 of Kyle Larson. Caution comes out. And another contact. Matt Kenseth hits. The one of Jamie McMurray flying down pit road. And around goes the 77. Eric Jones slides into the infield. Also the 11 of Denny Hamlin goes around. Caution has not come out yet. Now it does. Eric Jones slid. Denny Hamlin slid. And it was David Reagan that is scored as the race leader now. We are in overtime, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Flag. Clear by flag.
White flag in the air. One more time around as they wreck behind him. Daniel Suarez is around. Matt Kenseth is around. The 3 of Austin Dillon in the grass.
Turns right here and just gets loose. See it wiggling just a little bit right there, and now he's out of that VHT, and the car gets loose, and he just loses it. That's why I said earlier, I think ultimately we're going to see the racetrack apply the material further off the corner.
A drag race into turn 1. Oh, Kyle Busch slides and does the 78. They both go up into the wall through turn 1. Caution comes out.
Lock her down. We're done.
Casey Kane in front of the 2 of Brad Keselowski. They go down the backstretch. Still smoke coming out of the 11. He gets up the racetrack. And the 11 goes around. They wreck behind him. Did they get to the overtime line? They haven't got there yet. Has the caution come out yet? Now the caution comes out. The question will be, did the caution come out after he crossed the overtime line? Momentum, the key when you go through turn 3 because you have such a long straightaway as Kenza sideways in front of the field. They're piling up behind him.
Well, Matt Kenza got by with that, I believe. He never touched anything, but Eric Almirola with major damage on the front of his car.
He had no idea. So as you see a replay right here, you see Brad Keselowski kind of committing, and I don't think he understands the 18 is to his left. He's carrying the speed in there like he's going to have all the track on his left-hand side to work for. It wasn't there. He makes contact with the 18, spinning both cars out.
Yeah, that was a battle for 8th, and what happened there, Steve, is that Keselowski is right behind Kurt Busch. Well, Keselowski cannot carry the speed, just like on the interstate.
How did it happen? Well, you can see all that debris. We saw that earlier. We saw Ricky Stenhouse Jr. committed to the throttle. He went up the racetrack, but he didn't get up quite as high as Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch just out of the groove, and this is what we see with a newer paved racetrack. The outer groove just has no grip, Marty. Oh. Well, I'm not clear. It's not clear to me if Casey thought he was clear and was trying to go up the racetrack to get in front of the 19, or if
Still pretty far back in the corner. I'm not sure if he was steering it up or if he was chasing the car up. This would be a good view on board with Daniel Suarez. You hear Daniel out of the gas. He knows the 5 is coming up, and he knows the 5 isn't clear.
It just came around on him, just trying to make speed, leaving the corner. And he has a right front down. That's just from it sliding right here.
Yeah, he does a really nice job, though. You see the rear tires spinning on purpose to drive it off the wall. Then he locks the tires up.
As soon as they make contact, you can see the 11 start to, he brakes really hard. See how much brake he's got in the car? He was trying to avoid the incident. You know, some wrecks, it's just racing for position. I don't know that somebody did anything really wrong, or certainly not on purpose, but.
And they're going to continue to work on this. If they can't get it fixed and back out onto the track inside of 5 minutes, they won't be able to continue. Here's what happened.
Well, here you go, Kyle Busch running that high lane, and the car just comes around, just simply got way loose. Almost, it got so loose so quickly. Late in the race, you see right there the 78 trying to get on the outside.
And this is what we talked about all week. Why do the playoff drivers fear Talladega? Because of this. Every one of these drivers, the 18 of Kyle Busch, the 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr., the 48 of Jimmy Johnson, you see heavy contact there as well. 4 of Kevin Harvick. They have to be in the middle of this pack. They have to fight for the points. That's why those stages are so important. Think about the points that were gained by Keselowski, Blaney, even Johnson. He got 10 points in over the stages.
You see they're coming off turn 2, and Eric Jones' car gets loose, puts a little bit too much wheel back to the right, and basically head on into the wall, and then major impact behind, got him up in the air.
I think that was Daniel Suarez perhaps that made the first impact. It looked like the 19 car, that orange and white car.
Into the final turns. Martin Truex Jr. has never won on a short track. As he comes out of 4, it's a drag race. They wreck behind him. Kyle Busch will win.
Yes, sir. Checker.
Big wreck on the front stretch. Over 130 miles an hour as they enter turn 3, and bumper goes to the back of the 11 again.
Way up the racetrack.
Oh, into the wall goes the 11. The 24 pinched the 11 into the wall. You heard the crowd, and now tire smoke coming out of the 11. A 7/10 of a second lead over Martin Truex Jr., and there went the tire. The 11 goes into the wall.
Some guys, you're okay, Denny.